What is it?
It's a lingcod.
We got a Lingcod!
All right. All right. So you got a black eye from a 20-pound halibut.
Did it hit you?
Nice.
Every angler has a favorite time of the year to chase fish with a fly. Whether it be during the blossoming spring, during the green of summer, the colors of autumn, or during the cleansing white of winter. It merely offers a backdrop to a pursuit that has attached itself to the soul of a fly fisherman. Rod, reel, fly, and fish.
Oh, there's a big fish.
Oh, big fish!
There we go.
Big fish!
Under that log, behind that rock, or deep in the dark blue could lie the fish of a lifetime. It's in that helpless hope that the angler will march from year to year through a lifetime, hoping the next cast connects dreams and a fish of legend. Welcome to Seasons on the Fly.
Oh, there we go!
Big fish, big fish. Follow him.
Wow, big fish.
Welcome to Seasons on the Fly. I'm Greg Heister. Halibut fishing and rockfish fishing in the state of Alaska, normally reserved for those who love to use gear and lots of lead. Well, Larry Larson of Wild Alaska Sport Fishing and Cruises has figured out how to get it done on a fly rod. This is Seasons on the Fly, and welcome to Southeast Alaska. Fish. Hooked up. Right on.
There are few more enriched or diverse environments in the world. Saltwater is the juice that provides an angler a day, a week, a month, even a lifetime of variety. And in the cold Arctic chill of Alaskan saltwater, a cornucopia of tugs and mystery.
A lot of the places we fish are stratified with fish. There'll be rockfish at one depth. There'll be lingcod and yelloweye at close to the bottom in the rocks, and halibut mixed in along with them. And they're all feeding literally on each other.
Fish.
Right on, attaboy, Greg.
The day starts quite well and quite shallow for these waters. A clouser and a sink-tip line and a school of black rockfish fills the morning.
A pelagic fish. In other words, they move throughout the water column and they migrate throughout the North Pacific here, but can be found in big schools, very cooperative. They don't get quite as big as the yelloweye. We'll catch 6, 8, maybe even 9-pound specimens of the black rockfish, but they're really cooperative and they take the fly better than maybe anything in the ocean.
Along for the day, the Christoflex, a father and son tandem from Minnesota, gear fishermen. But a chance at a fly rod caught fish is rarely declined.
Fish on?
Fish on.
Way to go!
Man.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah, we were tucked in off of a little shelf and they were suspended right below the boat, and I don't know, what were they, maybe 15, 20 feet down. We were using a sinking fly. That was fun. Put up a nice little tussle, kind of reminded me of smallmouth bass fishing.
Tuna.
Fish. Fish on.
This is Southeast Alaska. Like much of the state, the views in any direction are unrivaled. These are historically some of the most fertile waters for fish on the planet, a place that Larry Larson has spent many of his summers for years.
The nice ones like the fly. It moves people and it moved me. The surroundings, and I use the old cliche, it's a place where you can eat the scenery, and that's the truth.
Oh, there's a fish. This is goofy.
I don't know why more people don't come up and
I don't either.
saltwater fly cast, man.
I know.
That is a
This
riot.
is crazy.
You
I
know,
mean, I've only been fishing for 10 minutes.
a little earlier in the season, the pink salmon will
Oh,
school together
bet.
with these rockfish. You'll find them on the surface,
Yeah,
acres of them.
yeah.
And you just, you drift through them and pitch to them, and it's pandemonium. Nice fish.
Yes, it is. We know the color. Man, you got the color right out of the chute. We'll never know if there's another color.
I know, that's the problem.
These black rockfish are somewhat close to the top of the food chain around here.
Fish.
Greg, got one again?
Predators themselves, but many of these fish are prey as well, making this underwater environment very dangerous for a fish.
Yeah, easy boy.
Spunky, huh? Here we go. That's got to be 25 feet. Fish. Oh, that was a fish. I missed him. I missed him.
Man, they're thick now, 25 and
That's
down.
a fish.
Fish on. If you fished for them very much, or fish for rockfish, you've caught what we call a hitchhiker. You'll hook a rockfish, and within 2 or 3 seconds, bam, that 4-pound rockfish just turned into a 40-pound lingcod, because the lingcod sensed vulnerability in the water, and he went out and ate that fish. Absolutely consumed it.
Beautiful fish, Larry.
Nice. Oh, how fun is that?
That's awesome. That really is awesome.
Yep.
When Seasons on the Fly continues, we go deeper, and the predators just keep getting bigger and bigger. We'll be right back.
Greg Heister here. Find out the truth about chronic Lyme disease. Go to seasonsonthefly.com.
Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Loop. Join the Loop Army and help take North America by storm. And by Next IT, intelligently guiding people to answers.
Hi there. Don't let the Seasons on the Fly experience end when the show does. Go to the brand new seasonsonthefly.com and watch fly tying demonstrations, a few full episodes, and be sure to pick up a hat or season 1 on DVD and support the show. And remember, we've got a Facebook page. Go there, click like, and stay in touch with us. I really appreciate you supporting the show, and I hope to see you on the river sometime.
You could get lost for days here and never lose sight of land. This area of the world is a natural maze. Every point, every island, every mountaintop could lead you deeper and deeper into a confused state. Nautical skills and experience are a must. These are cold, gorgeous waters, but danger looms.
Greg, we're in Juneau, and we're going to head down Stevens Passage, start fishing as soon as we get organized this afternoon as we cruise, stopping and look for some salmon and halibut, spend the night along Admiralty Island, work our way into South Chatham Strait along Baranoff Island to try to find some cohos, then again back through Kuyu Island for bottom fish, and ultimately ending down here in Petersburg. 350 miles or so of travel and 6 nights of stops in the most beautiful place you can find.
Here you're not necessarily looking for schools of bait fish or try to bring the fish up with a bloody, stinky chum. Those are herring, and something is chasing. Could be salmon, but that's another show.
There you go. Reel on it, reel on it, you drop the pole. There you go, reel on it, keep it tight, keep it tight. That's the one you want. That's the one.
Baby.
This one. There we go.
Now he's taking line.
Right down. There you go, my man. There you go.
He's taking more line than I gave him.
That's right. Now you know you got a fish on.
Just might get it.
It's been child's play all to this point.
It's like a boot full of water. And then all of a sudden that boot sets sail and takes off for the bottom of the ocean. And then it's fish against man. It's quite a battle. And each of the different species are different. They fight differently. They have, a head shake is different. And you finally learn the different species simply by the way it feels on the end of the line.
What do you think?
That's a beauty.
It's better than chicken?
Yeah, boy.
Time for the fly guy to give it a go.
Not really a fly, is it? But it's colorful like one. We'll see what we can pull up from down there.
Okay, Greg, when you're ready,
Ready?
let them go.
We need to go deep, and that's where the term fly fishing gets a bit fuzzy here.
Should I check bait? No.
That little piece of footage right there is worth a fortune. We want to take that and we want to play it to Few and the rest of his fly flicking buddies. Heister asked to check bait.
Now I know those purists out there are coughing up a lung right now. They may have a valid point, but when something begins to pull, and pull hard, you kind of forget the fact that you didn't have to cast.
There's a bite. That's a fish.
That could be a fish,
Right on.
huh?
Right on.
That is a fish.
Right on. Okay, man. We need to get a fly down to the strike zone, and with halibut, sometimes it's near the bottom, sometimes it's 100 feet off the bottom. It depends upon where the fish are feeding.
Oh, now he's awake.
You know, does it look like a jig? Yeah, it probably looks like a jig, but it also looks like a fly. But the rod remains the same,
Fish is a little ticked.
the line remains the same, and after you hook it up, that wiggle is what we want to feel.
There's our fish, Rick.
There it is.
What is it?
It's a lingcod.
We got a lingcod!
All right.
Nice!
Excellent. Broke the mold. The first time I've ever caught a lingcod on a fly. Who can say that?
Look at
There he is. We refer to them because of their spotting as the leopard of the Pacific, the North Pacific. Yeah. Lingcod on a fly, baby. They're great predators. They lie in wait. They're ambush predators. What's the scientific name of a lingcod? Well, if you've ever held one in your arms like I have, they act like what? A long, toothy snake. Well, that's the Greek name. Ophiodon elongatus is the lingcod.
The lingcod may be the most fierce predator down there, but the halibut is the largest, and oftentimes you have to work your way through the other fish to get to them.
Fish!
There's a fish. That's a fish. Oh yeah, good Ben. Good Ben.
Catching halibut on a fly isn't new, but it is to me. But it's quite obvious that in these waters, fish are hungry, and the first to the fly gets it.
My gut tells me it's a rockfish. What a limb.
It seems pretty small now.
Hey, it's a quillback rockfish. Okay. Wild Alaskan. Seasons on the fly.
We'll have to punch the jig deeper to get it to those fat slabs below. The chase for a halibut when Seasons on the Fly continues.
Hi there. Go to seasonsonthefly.com and support our sponsors. Without them, this show is impossible. Find their logo, click on it, go to their website, and buy their product. Let them know that you learned about them through our show. And thank you for watching Seasons on the Fly.
Seasons on the Fly brought to you by the Baja Pirates. Here's your chance to fish the aquarium of the world. And by Buck Knives. That cut pretty much says it all. The only regret for a television producer here is that you can't get images of what it looks like a few hundred feet below the boat. It's an environment that rivals Africa's Serengeti. Everything is literally trying to eat each other. If you're a fish, you can never doze off. They say that the eyes on these fish are so large because it's difficult to see down there. It may be because they just haven't slept in years.
Southwest swell, periods of rain. Thursday, variable wind and gusts becoming southeast in the afternoon. Sea 7 feet.
There's our shelf, huh?
Yeah.
There's fish.
There we go, baby. Yeah!
There's a good fight.
There we go.
I hope.
Very nice. That looks a little better, huh?
A little better, yeah. You never know. Oh, there's a fight.
Okay.
There's a
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. leader. There's a little leader.
Let me get the fish, your reaction.
Fish. And then react.
Come on, there it is. It's a yellow. Yes, yes.
Nice.
Right on. Oh. Atta baby.
Way to go.
All right. Well, yelloweye rockfish, you know, they're improperly called red snapper or snapper here in Alaska a lot, but they're a member of the rockfish family. The big orange-red, beautiful rockfish, pure white, flesh to eat, beautiful fish. And we catch them up into the 30-pound class. They fight like heck, but they're a pelagic rockfish and they're very easy to harvest. Oh, it's got character. It's in black phase. Very nice. It's been rooting around down there in that reef. Excellent. The problem with that scenario is they're a very slow growing fish. We catch yelloweye rockfish here in southeast Alaska that are in excess of 100 years old. And so to over-harvest those fish or to just simply beat on the same reef day after day after day and deplete that resource is really sad, because those fish are, well, they're legacy fish almost, but they're great for sport anglers, great to eat on the table, and so they're highly sought after. There are rockfish swimming around here in southeast Alaska that were alive when Thomas Jefferson was president. This guy, who knows, maybe 40, 50 years old.
Which is amazing. It's more than 10 years old.
It really is.
40, 50
These
years
cold waters.
Although you can catch halibut at other depths, the most effective place is on the bottom, the very bottom. Drop the fly all the way down until you hit the ocean floor, and then you start to jig.
I think that we use really light tackle for what we do. You know, 20-pound and 30-pound class tackle for fishing for 300-pound halibut. I mean, my God, that's 10x fishing. You know, that's crazy. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Oh, yeah! I strung it up, baby. Fish. There's the hippopotamus. Yes. Well, pushing the limit to that side, the next extension to have even more fun is to use a long, you know, whip like a fly rod. Now, granted, you can't use a dry fly on halibut very often.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Straight down.
Down he goes again. All right.
Over 200 feet of water, a jig, a sink tip, and an 8-weight rod. It could be 10 pounds. The fish could be 300.
There's the fish.
Come on. Beautiful. Here we go.
Nice.
What a place. You could catch over 25 different species of fish, some quite ugly, some quite beautiful. They may not come to the surface or anywhere near it to eat, but who needs them to? We're not done. Another shot at a big halibut when we come back.
Nice.
Seasons on the Fly brought to you by Dry Fly, handcrafted spirits made in the Pacific Northwest, and by Wild Alaska Sport Fishing and Cruises. Come find the real Alaska.
Let them go, boys.
For a guy who grew up in the East in the land of the Darby-style dry fly, fly fishing in Alaska creates a pretty loose interpretation.
Fish,
Fish on.
I think. Ooh. I'm not budging it though. Up, fish. Wow. Now watch it. It'll be about 12 pounds.
Hey, that's a step up.
But it's bigger.
You're making headway. You've got it now.
From the beads of Bristol Bay to the 300-grain sinking tip that dredges its river bottoms, chasing fish here takes the interpretation to a whole new level, one that many may question. All I can say is that it's time to loosen up the collar a bit. After all, when something eats here, it means business, and a bend in the rod is a bend in the rod.
So you got a black eye from a 20-pound halibut. Nice.
I'm Greg Heister. I'll see you next time on Seasons on the Fly.
It's an incredible place. It's a melting pot under the water here, from the shrimp to the king crab, the Dungeness crab, right on up to the 400-pound halibut. We're not just targeting one species. We're on a halibut trip. We're on a salmon trip. Heck no. We're jigging in a fashion that every fish in the ocean wants to eat us. And so it's a lot of fun. You get a bite, you guess what's coming up. Half the time you're wrong. They look like a bulldog.
They really do.
Yeah.
Crazy fish.